I am getting ready to make myself a birthday cake. I I have a birthday coming up in 2 days. I'll be 45. So I'm taking it easy this evening. Gonna make myself a cake, and then gonna go out to a Jerry Garcia tribute band, Jerry Garcia band tribute band, and then have some breakfast with a friend tomorrow, and then go to a potluck and go play bluegrass music with my friends. We do a jam session on Sundays. And then Monday's my birthday. So I have dinner plans with friends. So yeah, today, right now, is when I have some time to make myself a cake. And I'm just doing it easy style. We're going to do German Shepherd, German chocolate, German Shepherd chocolate, German chocolate cake. And I have a cinnamon cream cheese, Philadelphia cream cheese chocolate frosting, so that should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna be making the cake now. Wait, let me see if I have to do it. No, just put everything all in there together. All right, awesome. So 2 eggs, 3 eggs. Baking in the altitude has been a little bit weird, so I baked some cornbread the other day for the chili cook-off, and I started it like 15 degrees higher than it said to, and that seemed to work good. And then I bumped it down about halfway to the recommended temperature. And I also had a plate, like a pie plate of water in the oven with the cornbread when it was baking. So I'm gonna try that this time. Let's see. Cold water or just, what does it say? Just water. Doesn't have to be cold or warm, whatever. So 1 1/3 cups water. And then a vegetable oil. So I have olive oil. I like olive oil and baked goods. I also have this Arbequina olive oil. It's like a chili pepper olive oil. And I'm using that. So 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. There's not a lot of this left though, so I hope I even have enough of the regular olive oil to use. I guess I'm just going to use this whole thing. I mean, it's okay, I guess. I like to actually drink this. I'll do a fast day about once a week, and I just drink this olive oil. About a couple teaspoons full every couple hours. Helps with autophagy and just giving your body a break, digestive system wise. So here we are. Let's see if I have enough olive oil left. It's kind of a lot of oil. 1/2 cup. We'll see. I've got another olive oil blend I could use, but that's got like avocado and stuff in it too. And I just like the flavor of straight up olive oil. I think I have almost exactly as much as I need. So let's see if we can get any more out of the chili pepper one. Well, there's a little bit. I've been putting olive oil on my eyes too to get my eye makeup off at night and helps moisturize my eyes. I don't really use skin products. Maybe I should. But yeah, sometimes I get breakouts from things. My skin's pretty sensitive, so I just usually wash with like hot water, and then I'll just put olive oil on my eyes to get the makeup off. All right, here we go. This is like an ancient mixer, by the way. It's a General Electric. Actually came with the cabin when I bought it, so we'll put it on. Oh yeah, stir. I got really fortunate when I bought this cabin. It came with almost everything I needed for it, so that was awesome. I have added things since I've been here. I've been here almost 10 years. This spring actually it'll be 10 years, so it's crazy. I've had this place, haven't always lived here. I rent it out a lot, so helps out when I've been in career transition for a couple years, unfortunately, so it's been such a blessing. But I definitely prefer buying places furnished, I guess, as long as it's like nice stuff that you don't mind using. And then definitely when I sold my condo in Alaska, I just sold it with everything in it and just walked away. It was the easiest thing. It's awesome. Highly recommend. I'm gonna scrape the edges. Maybe, I wonder if I should put a little bit of cinnamon in here too. Probably just a little bit. It's got cinnamon frosting. Looks about good. This little mixer probably will never quit. It's of that generation. Okay, so I'm gonna take you over here. Let me flip the lights on underneath this countertop here. And I'm gonna put it in this pan. Probably not the right size that I'm supposed to be using, but it's what I got. And I'm hoping to cut it in half and then stack it like a layer cake. Because layer cakes are fun, so why not? And yeah, so my birthday is Monday, and then I have a couple days to get things buttoned up here, and then I will be returning to Oregon to get some more of my stuff. I have a heirloom vintage cherry wood dresser that my great grandma left me, and that needs to come here to live to my cabin. And I also have my snow stuff and my winter gear. It's starting to get cold here, although today was like incredibly beautiful. Just like ridiculously warm again. Middle of November. It's so crazy. I can't believe it. But we're supposed to get snow here next weekend. So hopefully it'll stay away. Hopefully I will be able to get out of Colorado and back to Oregon with the flight closures because of the government shutdown, which is absolutely ridiculous. So every time I've ever made a cake and I let it sit before I baked it, there's like bubbles that come up. And when I have a tin that I'm baking the cake in or something metal, I'll like kind of throw it down on the countertop just to get the bubbles to rise up and leave the cake so it's a little bit more dense. But I don't want to do that with this Pyrex. Pyrex is kind of sketchy, actually. I had a Pyrex once become a bomb and like blow up in my hands when I took it out of the oven. It was like, I think it was on 450. And I even maybe had it on broil to like brown the top of what I was baking. Don't do that. Do not put the Pyrex above, I think 450 is like all you can do. So I usually don't put it above like 425 just for good measure. But yeah, you don't want that. They become a bomb. I actually had a friend of mine, I was baking at a friend's house, and there was a couple people there, and a friend of mine was former military, and when I took it out of the oven, I had like, you know, like thicker clothes on. I was totally fine. I didn't get cut by anything, but it went like shards of glass everywhere. I took it out of the oven with pot holders, had it in my hands for 1 second, and it just went poof, and so loud, so loud. So my friend who was in the military, he got like PTSD, ran over to the kitchen and just bear hugged me, like put his hands around me. I was like, "Are you okay? You're okay. You're okay." Crazy. It was a bummer. Tell everyone what I was baking for everybody too. It was like a potluck Indian stuffed tomatoes thing that I was making, a recipe that I learned when I was in India. So it is what it is, but yeah, it shows what kind of character he is. He's a good solid dude you want to have around when stuff goes down. So I think we're good. I'm gonna put it in for, this is kind of a funky size, so we'll go like 20 minutes on the high zone and then another 10 minutes. And then just to keep it from drying out, since I put it on a higher temperature and it's drier here too, I'm gonna put this pan of water on the top rack. That seemed to work well last time. So here we go. We'll check back in 20 minutes. Okay, we're gonna check. It's definitely not done yet. Checking it round 2. It's almost done. It's definitely fluffed up a little bit more than it was. It's a nice little pop on top. And yeah, we'll check it here in another 5 minutes. So it's looking really fluffy. And I'm gonna try it. I think, well, no, it needs more. It's not, the middle of it's still really like floppy, so we'll wait a little longer. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. I let it go for another 10 minutes because it was like still kind of gooey on the middle. So we'll see. This looks a lot better. I don't know. It's so fluffy on top. Let's see. Oh, it's not wobbling around. I think it's done. I think it's done. Yeah. Okay, we'll take this. I'm gonna let it sit and cool down a little bit, and then hopefully I won't have to put it back in the oven. So, yeah, we'll check back here in a second. Cake. Okay, so hi. The cake turned out like pretty fluffy on top. I think it's got a pretty big hump there. So I'm gonna try to cut the top off of it and then cut it in half so I can make a layer cake. Yeah, this will like it. I need to get somewhere to put it. I mean, one good thing about this was that it did make a lot of cake. So here is the hump. I'm just gonna put that right there. And I'm probably gonna take a little bit more off of it too. I'm gonna have some of this with ice cream right now. And then I gotta wait till it cools to put the frosting on it. But that looks good. So I'm gonna cut it in half. Oh, I should wait till it cools. It seems like it's getting like a little too floppy and falling apart, so stand by. Hello. So I'm gonna ice this, but you know, I'm not super stoked on this frosting. It's a cinnamon cream cheese frosting. By all accounts, you would think it would be good. It's by Philadelphia Cream Cheese, but it's got like, I don't know, maybe like too much brown sugar or something in it. It's a little too sweet. So I don't really like super sweet stuff, but we're just gonna put it on the cake and maybe it'll work itself out and be better than it is just if I like eat it out of the bin, which is totally possible and reasonable to think it would be better when it's serving its intended purpose on the cake. So yeah, gonna just frost this up and debating on whether I'm gonna go out tonight. There's the Jerry Garcia band tribute band that I was gonna go see, but I don't really know if I feel like it. Yeah. We'll see. I did not sleep well last night. I had a lot of neck tension actually, and I usually don't get tense muscles, but I had a leg cramp too, and I've been drinking a lot less water lately because I was drinking too much water and I was overhydrated. But I think I maybe just overdid it yesterday and should have probably drank a little bit more. So I had some coconut water this morning and I feel better for sure, but also had a Red Bull and I feel better. The taurine definitely is like helpful for me. I do really well with Red Bull. It's actually like a pretty decent supplement for me. And I needed the little bit of caffeine too because I was dragging today. I don't think I got to sleep until like 2 last night, and even then I did not sleep well. Sometimes that happens to me when there's solar flares too, and there definitely was some solar flares last night. Or aurora places, I think. So we'll see how this cake turns out. It's definitely kind of janky, but whatever. I hate it when you get the cake crumbs like in the icing. This is like, I guess tasks like this are good for me and my little bit of my perfectionista. Just make it so it looks like the frosting's on the cake and not all over the plate, and it's fine. I don't get paid to do this. This is just not I'm not a professional. I just get it done. Perfectly imperfect. Oh, this is where I probably should have cut the sides of it off too. I did watch my friend who's a professional cake maker once, and I absolutely learned some things from her. And I made my friend's wedding cake one time. Sergio's and Moksha's wedding cake. My friend Lisa and I made it, and that turned out awesome. And it was beautiful. But I guess I'm a little rusty. I'm gonna put more of this too sweet icing all over it. I feel like the cream cheese, it has like a little bit too much like sweet and like that sour cheese taste. Like if it was more like a cream cheese, buttercream, cinnamon, I think I would like it better. But I mean, this is decent. This is decent. I'm not gonna use the rest of it. Maybe I'll use it for something else, or the hump that didn't make it onto the cake. And then I'm gonna stick this back in the refrigerator and let it get back and solid, because I let the cream cheese frosting get a little bit soft so I could spread it. So yeah, it's going back in the refrigerator. Take a look. Not too bad. We just won't look at that side or that side. Yeah, here, there we go. That's probably the best angle you can get it from. All right, that was fun. It is Sunday, November 9th, a day before my 45th birthday. And once again, I have no idea whether to wear a down jacket or a bathing suit in Colorado. From sunshine to shade, there's like a 50-degree difference. Okay, so I'm interrupting this video. It skipped from the 9th to now we are at the 11th of November. I did not record on my birthday. I was just chilling and enjoying some time well spent with some friends and some relaxation time for myself. But oh my God, did I get a birthday gift on the 11th. So these photos were taken from my backyard at 6:30 at night, 6:30 p.m. There was the most incredible aurora I've ever seen. The northern lights were all the way down into the middle of the lower 48, and I've lived in Alaska for 15 years, and these weren't crazy. These were so incredible. It was just ridiculously intense and so beautiful and so magical. And yes, the other night, 2 days ago, when I couldn't sleep, was when the CME, the coronal mass ejection, that created these aurora is when the sun let it go, all the plasma, 2 days ago. And that always happens to me. I have the worst time sleeping when there is a solar flare lit out from the sun. So yeah, these pictures were out of this world. This set at the ski resort I took around 10:30, 11 at night on the 11th of November, 2025. Absolutely ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. So incredibly beautiful. Red aurora, green ribbons of aurora all the way overhead, across the whole sky. And yeah, so unbelievable, really. In northern Colorado, it was just the most magical evening and such a gift. So I took the next day off after this incredible aurora display and ended up going on a hike through the mountains to a local hot spring. And the whole hike was incredibly gorgeous and beautiful. It was a warm day and I just had the best time. And so far, 45 is pretty rad, I gotta say. And here's some pictures from that trip. Hi. I am walking uphill, huffing. We're gonna figure out where this trail is to a hot spring nearby where I live in Colorado. And it's hot today. It's November 12th when I'm recording this. And I've been 45 for 2 days. What up? But yeah, it's November 12th and it's like 65 degrees out. I have fit check with pants on and like a lightweight wool short shirt, and I am pretty dang warm, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna traverse this small little mountain range and hike along a creek for a little bit. A friend of mine that I met a couple weeks ago was supposed to come out and hike with me and go exploring because I didn't really know where this trail is. But he was lame and didn't come up from the front range. So it is what it is. I'm out here alone in the wilderness. Not in the wilderness right yet, but it does go through the wilderness for a little bit. So I will be in the wilderness soon. Right. I'll get you guys back out later. Hi. I had to put my hat on because it is sunny and bright. So I am on the Hot Springs Trail. I did find it, and I don't know if I'm gonna get all the way to the hot springs today because I got a pretty late start on the day, and I'm kind of more in the mood to just explore and hang out and take it chill. So we'll just see. We'll see what happens. It was crazy last night. There was tons of northern lights out, like overhead here in northern Colorado, northwestern Colorado, and I'd never seen anything like that before. And I lived up in Alaska for 15 years, and I had never seen anything like this. There was literally like bands of like green clouds drifting over the mountains. I live on the outskirts of town, right at the base of a mountain, so there's like not too much light pollution there. And I went out at around 10:30, but you could see them even at like 6:30. It was crazy. I got some great pictures of just like beautiful sky, whole sky red, around 6:30 looking north. But then I decided to go out just on a whim yesterday around 10:30, and I saw the craziest thing I've ever seen. And you know, I got pictures of it. I'll put them in the video. They're incredible. On my phone, on my iPhone. I actually couldn't get my good camera to work very well. It was really cold actually last night, and I didn't have gloves. I went out for my hike without gloves, so I didn't want to fuss around with things, and I didn't have a headlamp, so I was sort of fumbling the camera controls. But the iPhone got really good pictures, and it was crazy because there was this big red cloud over a whole part of the sky, and then it just stopped off, and on the pictures you could just see this like defined border to where it's just from like red to black, and the whole thing has stars in it. And then there were these like crazy bands of green, like bubbling up, almost like, I don't know, like a waterfall or something. It was crazy, just like green flowing across the entire sky overhead, and like all these eddies forming of the solar plasma, the solar winds. It's wild though. Can we just take a look and appreciate this behind me here? Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. It's really gorgeous. My little camera on camera where I can see myself talking just went off, so I don't know what you guys are looking at, but I'm just gonna enjoy this hike. This trail is pretty good. Maybe I can flip it around real quick before it's back on. Okay, here we are. And I was gonna bring my bike, but I didn't know what the trail would be like. Just wanted to check it out. And I'm not super in shape enough to bike uphill at nearly 8,000 feet. So I wasn't really looking forward to that. But you know, the uphill that I filmed earlier was not that long, and this is totally doable for a bike. So unfortunately, I'm leaving to go back to Oregon tomorrow and fly back, and then bring some more of my stuff back here to Colorado. So I won't be around. Most likely it'll be cold and snowy when I get back. But this weather is absolutely crazy. Can't believe it. It's so warm. It's kind of nice because I didn't get a summer really this summer. I was applying for jobs and stressed and it was really hot for the most part in Oregon, and I don't like to get out and do too many crazy things when it's like ridiculously hot. It's just not fun. So yeah, this has been my little Indian summer. I don't know, my little late summer heat wave in Colorado. Try to flip this back around for you. Hi again. Brought a couple bottles of water out with me on the trip, but it's dry here. It's really dry. Well, I am gonna enjoy the rest of this part of the hike, and I'll check back in later. Bye. These clouds right here. See if I can get away from that branch. These clouds, they're my favorite. I used to call them lamb fur clouds. But they're altocumulus, high altitude fair weather clouds. Over the sun though, it's the altocumulus translucidus, or alto translucidus, and that means that there's going to be a change in weather system approaching. So it's actually supposed to come in not tomorrow, but Friday, unless it's moving a little quick. But they say within the next 24 hours there'll be a change in weather system. So maybe it is moving a little quicker than it was supposed to. But I fly out tomorrow at noon-ish, so I should be good. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some snow this weekend. I mean, gosh. Ski resort's supposed to open on the 22nd. That's in 10 days. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they've been making a little bit of snow, but not a lot because it has been warm. I'm half open / all the way hoping that one of these times I'm filming the trail and just walking down the trail that there'll be some kind of animal on it that will come up on. hopefully not a bear or elk and rut, but maybe like a nice, gentle female yearling moose. That'd be cute. Or a porcupine. It'd be awesome to see a porcupine. Or even a little, like, ermine or something. A mink. Oh, look, there's the creek right there. This trail is awesome. It just hikes along Hot Spring Creek. And this is a pretty narrow, deep valley. The walk to this trailhead from the parking lot, you have to park somewhere else. But that walk to the trailhead, I went across a creek called Mad Creek. It was bigger than this creek and definitely not as like densely packed in the forest right in that spot either, but there was ice all over the creek, so there definitely must be warm water flowing into this creek somewhere, which we know there is, because it's not only called Hot Spring Creek, but it's supposed to be taking us right to the hot spring. Just wanted to show you this little nook I found. Look at this huge tree. It's a giant old growth fir of some sort. It's some weirdos branded DVBS. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It looks like they've like come back over years and burnt it into the wood too. Really wild. Don't know why you would do that. Would have been cooler for them to just hang some trinkets or locks or something on the branches of this beauty to show their love. Tie a big bike lock around it or something, I don't know, but that's not cool. But this zone under this tree is gorgeous. So cool. There's a trail going up the mountain from here too. Look at that. That's what it would look like if it wasn't branded. Beauteous. Look at this tree. Wow. Okay. Gotta keep on keeping on. I'm gonna at least try to get to the hot spring. Gonna give it my best effort. I don't really want to be hiking past like 3:30 because that'll put me at 2 hours out, and I'd like to get back well before sunset because maybe I will head out, try to get some pictures of the aurora, but the sky is probably not cooperating. I mean, it might make some good pictures. All those lamb fir clouds. So pretty. Hi. So I've been hiking for about an hour and I'm actually pretty close. So they say that this trail is about 3 miles one way. So I feel like my pace, I'll probably get there in like another 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes at the most. And I've been walking uphill this whole time. So maybe it'll only take about an hour for me to get back. And I didn't bring a headlamp. Should have. So yeah, probably won't stay there too long. I might not even get in, we'll see. I want to explore a couple pools that I was like looking for on a map that are not part of the actual developed part of the hot spring. So we'll see what happens. But I've been going at a pretty good clip. And I'm a little bit winded. I haven't really stopped. So might stop up here, take a little break before we get there. So this is the hot spring that I hiked to. It's so beautiful. The water was amazing. It was the perfect temperature. You can also drive to this hot spring, but if you drive, you have to have a reservation, and if you hike in, you have to go and report into the front desk when you get there. But it is the most epic little zone, and honestly, I've been here before, mostly at night. I have been in the daytime once, but hiking to it was just a totally different experience. And when I went, it was the day after the amazing aurora, but there was another solar flare that hit the earth right when I was at the hot spring, and this picture of the clouds is kind of crazy. I think it shows like a daytime aurora. There's Alto Cirrus and Alto Cumulus, and the Alto Cirrus was like kind of munched into by what could have been solar plasma. You can kind of see it in the striations in the high altitude clouds. So yeah, it was incredible. I had such a good time, and then the hike back was just amazing. I felt so relaxed. It was a great evening. Hey, it's me. I went to the hot spring. I got there in time, and it's been probably about 40 minutes. Took some still shots. Probably I will post them. And now I'm back on the trail to get back to the car before the sun sets. Gosh, the sun is setting so early right now. Not a fan of daylight savings. But it is what it is. It was beautiful at the hot spring. I had such a good time. I'm so glad that I tried to figure out how to do this. It wasn't that hard. And I guess one of the bike nonprofits in town maintains the trail, and it's a great trail, and it's great for biking. So I will probably bring my bike up when I'm in a little bit better shape. The trail is closed from, I think it said December 1st through April 1st because it's the elk winter range. So you can't hike it or bike it or anything after December 1st. It's usually snowed in by then anyways, so not a big deal. But gosh, look at this trail. It is a gorgeous day. What an amazing, lovely afternoon I just had. And I'm gonna trying to get excited to go back to Oregon to move some things back here. I was just reflecting in the hot spring about how I've been really super guided to come back to Colorado and finally make it my home. I don't know why I didn't 10 years ago. Being self-employed, having all my work up in Alaska, it was really hard for me. And then I tried to move down in 2018, but I was trying to move to Oregon, had a job opportunity that was a total rug pull. So got just kind of stuck in Oregon, to be honest. And ooh, that wasn't a snake, it was just me rustling things. Yeah, to be honest, it was like, it's been really difficult, and I'm kind of at the point where I need to just follow the guidance and move back to Colorado most of the time. And still, I'm still not opposed to traveling through Oregon and going to visit. I love it there in ways, but my community and my energy is of the mountains, so we need to get that going because life is too short. And yeah, I deserve it. I deserve to feel at home, and I can do that here. It's a real big realization for me because I've never really felt at home or like safe. I didn't grow up in a very safe environment, and it's been like a struggle for me to cultivate that in my adulthood and believe that I was worth being comfortable and relaxed and having a place to come back to that feels good to me, that I actually want to spend time in and be in. So yeah, I've been working on that, I guess, in Oregon, the underworld on the Cascadia fault, getting sucked into all that transformation and then popped out the other side. Here I am, finally ready for some good energy in my life. No more whammies, right? If you know, you know. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this hike. Well, not gonna say I told you so, but remember a couple snips ago when I was like, oh, these are my favorite clouds, lamps for clouds, and then that one over the sun is an alto translucidus, which signals that there's gonna be a change in weather system within the next 24 hours. Well, it is borderline cold now. I still don't have a jacket on because I'm keeping a pretty good clip, but it is borderline cold. I have my beanie on, and the sky is not of the same quality. It's definitely clouded up. The weather is coming in, and probably there will be some snow on the way. The last time I checked the weather a couple days ago, it said supposed to be a little cloudy today, and then it was going to be somewhat sunny tomorrow, and then the storm was coming in. But who knows? Looks like we're not going to see the northern lights again, though. No aurora for tonight. However, when I was in the hot spring, I did look up at the clouds. It was freaking gorgeous. And I saw what looks like a weird like daytime aurora happening with the high altitude Alto Cirrus. The way the clouds were kind of like chopped up just looked like aurora to me. So I took a picture of that. It looks really cool. And the sky was super blue. We are at elevation. It is like pretty high elevation, so not out of the ordinary for the sky to be blue, but it was like cerulean bright blue. It was a different kind of blue. If you're an artist, you know. So yeah, I'll stitch that into the video. And almost at the end of the trail, and I'm so stoked because I'm gonna go get a birthday dinner tonight at a local restaurant that gives free birthday dinners to people during their birthday month. And then I am going to cold chill at the cabin, enjoy my last night to myself before I leave to go back to Oregon. And yeah, looking forward to it.